Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, the Hip Hop Lobbyist, and in today's video, we'll be watching Trump's interview, his press conference. I believe he had Saquon Barkley on the plane. Some people were upset at the fact that a black running back, a black man, could be at least cordially cool with President Trump. And some of the comments I read basically said that, or Saquon's comments basically said that he golfed with President Obama, he's golfed with President Trump, he respects the position, but people don't really care about that. I don't know if you realize, but some people just don't care about what party you're a part of. If they just have an enemy on the other side of the lines, they don't want to see you like breaking bread with them or even making amends. And I think that that's the bigger problem that we're not going to address this video. But either way, please make sure you like and subscribe. We're roughly around 450 subs so far. I would love to tick that up above 500 somewhere in there. But either way, appreciate y'all tapping in. Let's go ahead and get into the video today of President Trump's interview or press conference outside. Well, he's in Jersey somewhere, so he's not even outside the White House. He's just in Jersey. But let's tap in.
What a nice guy he is. I wanted to race him, but I decided not to do it.
Your message to Vladimir Putin after your meeting with Vladimir Zelensky, and how did that meeting go?
I think the meeting went well. We'll see what happens over the next few days. We'll probably learn a lot. I was very disappointed that missiles were flying by Russia.
Yeah.
That missiles were flying. Very disappointing. We'll see how it goes. On the Iran situation, I think we're doing very well. I think a deal's going to be made there. That's going to happen. Pretty sure it's going to happen. We'll have something without having to start dropping bombs all over the place.
Trust President Putin?
Say it again.
You trust President Putin?
You know, in about 2 weeks. It's just very nice to continue.
If you don't, I know you probably hear a lot of plane noise, but after the last time where Zelensky came in and JD Vance kind of took over the whole press conference and they had this entire issue, it really kind of highlighted, okay, what is Putin going to do next? Because basically told him, hey, we're going to bring a deal to the table. Zelensky, you're losing men. You don't have the army. You don't have the manpower. You don't have anything you have to do with this. And Trump is going to broker the deal because America is the greatest, strongest country in the faction he's ever seen right now. Right? So with his deal-making abilities, of course, President Trump is going to be able to bring Russia to the table to not only have the ceasefire, but end this entire war between Ukraine and Russia.
The other night, I was very proud of you. They had your picture up, everything. Very proud of you. I said, I know him.
What did Zelensky tell you that made you reassured?
Yeah, it wasn't that. It was just, look, they have a tough road ahead, okay? And we had a good meeting. It was a nice meeting. It was a beautiful meeting. I'll tell you, it's the nicest office I've ever seen. It was a beautiful, beautiful scene. But he was very, look, he wants to do something good for his country. He thinks he's doing a good job, and he's working hard. We'll see what happens. It's a very complicated deal. He told me that he needs more weapons, but he's been saying that for 3 years, He needs more weapons, and we're going to see what happens.
But Zelensky came to the White House and said that. And basically said that, eventually Putin's going to turn against everyone else. They've had deals on the table. Putin's reneged on the deals. He's gone against them. And basically, Trump before said, basically, we put these deals out before, but these weren't his deals. These were Biden's deals. These were Barack Hussein Obama's deals. These were not the deals that Trump's going to put forward. And Putin told him that they're going to cut a deal, and he's the deal maker. So right now, if Putin's not adhering to the deal and Ukraine still needs help, what are we going to do? Are we going to continue to give Ukraine $300 million worth of weapons and money just to help their troops and help them fight everything to get maybe Crimea back? I don't think so. I don't know. Let's continue with this, though.
I want to see what happens with respect to Russia. Because Russia had been surprised and disappointed, very disappointed that they did the bombing of those places after discussions.
Wow.
Yeah, I will.
Isn't that what Zelensky literally said that, again, we cut deals with Russia, Putin goes against the deal. But this is what we knew. So now Putin's upset Trump. Trump is disappointed that he continued to bomb Russia or Ukraine. Excuse me, I keep fumbling. I don't know why. But didn't we know this would happen? And I'll be real with you. I don't think Kamala Harris would have been able to solve this either. I don't think Vladimir Putin would have done anything. He would have just probably done this February, March, Black History Month, he would have probably went full scale invasion on Ukraine, right? And that's okay. It's not okay, but you have to realize this is where we are because we kind of knew the forces that we're up against, that we're dealing with a faction that's gonna, hey, yes, who's your president? Yeah, we're with you all the way. We can work better together, but they stab you behind the back the whole way. That's exactly what we have here. Let's get back into it.
Crimea?
Well, he did, very briefly, but Crimea was given away by Barack Hussein Obama and by Biden. That's 11 or 12 years ago. That's a long time ago. I don't know how you can bring up Crimea.
Right.
Because that's been a long time. Nobody brought it up for 12 years, and now they bring it up now. So I told them, you can maybe go back to Obama, ask them why they gave it up. They gave it up without a shot being fired, by the way.
What do you want Vladimir Putin to do?
Well, I want him to stop shooting, sit down, and sign a deal. And we have the confines of a deal, I believe, and I want him to sign it and be done with it and just go back to life.
What punitive action?
That sounds so easy. As egotistical as Trump is, as headstrong as he is, I just haven't seen, outside of some of these other, like China with the tariffs, right? Nobody's really fighting back on Trump like that. What are you thinking? Let me know in the comments. I mean, do you think that this is actually going to come to a point of Putin's going to listen to Trump and say, you know what? We're going to stop attacking Ukraine. We're going to stop shooting in. We're going to not send our troops in. We're going to not send our bullets and our army and military in to take over this country. We want the Soviet Union back. That's at least what the history books and YouTube have been saying. So if that's the case, what are we really doing here? How can we get to a point of realizing that, you know what, damn, Putin ain't listening to Trump either? Are we really on the verge of World War III? And if we are, would this be Trump's war? Technically, he's going to blame it on Biden. It's not his war, but if it escalates further and Trump could potentially put a deal in place to have some kind of peace, not in the Middle East, but between Ukraine and Russia, do you think if he doesn't do it, he's a failure? He didn't do the job because he blamed Biden for all of this. Months later, it's still Biden's fault. It's Biden's fault. It's Biden's fault. It's Biden's fault. But Biden ain't here no more. So what you gonna do? 5-6 months into the re-elect, second term around, and we still dealing with the same issues in Russia. But we got other things: food down, gas down, groceries down, supposedly. But you know, this is one thing that just hasn't. One campaign promise that just hasn't worked. Bringing Putin to the table hasn't worked for Trump. Went with it.
Taking against Russia.
Well, I have a lot of things I can do. I'm
Yeah.
not looking to do it, but I have a lot of strength. You know, we've built the United States up. I think we're more respected now as a country maybe than ever before. There's no more games. You have somebody that knows what he's doing, not like the previous person who didn't have a clue. So, you know, I want to end that. I want to end the Iran situation if we can. And we have other things too. You know, we got plenty of problems in the world. You know, when I left 4.5 years ago, I left, and I'll tell you what, we didn't have any of these problems. The good news is costs are way down, groceries are down, eggs are down.
That's what he said. I told you.
Gasoline is way down. It's all coming down. It's all looking good. The tariffs are strong. We're taking in a lot of money from tariffs. We were losing a lot before I got here. We were losing billions of dollars a day, and now we're doing great, and we haven't even kicked in yet. And eventually we'll be reducing taxes very substantially for the people of our country because the money is so great coming in from tariffs that I'll be able to reduce taxes to a very large extent and maybe almost completely.
That'll be crazy to me because I know some of y'all paid attention to the China tariffs and different things of that nature. I know that it's all playing a different role in politics right now. And I think the healthiest thing for us to do collectively as a community, not only subscribe and like and follow the page, but also realize that how the hell did all of these countries all of a sudden just start, hey, yeah, we're going to start paying up? Why haven't Democratic or other Republican presidents actually like strong arm these other organizations? That's what it is. Countries, but the other orgs. We're going to strong arm your country, your org, and get these dollars and cents flowing in our state and our country. But do you think we can really sustain as a country without any kind of income tax, any kind of taxing happening? The tariffs are going to we're going to import our way into being the most the strongest economy and double, triple, 10x, 100x our economy based off tariffs and not taxing our people? I don't know. I know enough to say this. I know how to pass a law. I know how to get it popping in government, right? I'm not paying attention to all the rest of that. Somebody explain to me in the comments, how will a tax-free country that's only surviving off tariffs ever work? Is it possible? I could ask GPT right now. I don't want to ask GPT. I want you to tell me in the comments, because guess what? We're building a community over here. Get back to it.
Keep saying 2 weeks about President Putin. What is 2 weeks? Give us what is
Yeah,
the
what's
actual
happening in 2
date?
weeks?
What is the
Well,
timeline?
2 weeks or less, and if it's a little more at the time, I say, but, you know, they're losing a lot of people. We have 3,000-4,000 people dying every single week. That's a lot of people to lose. You can imagine parents waving from Ukraine and from Russia.
That's a lot of
waving to
people.
their son as he leaves, and, you know, a week later he's dead on a battlefield, all carved up and chopped up. I've seen it. I see the satellite pictures. They're horrible. They're horrible. I would say it can't get any worse. Body parts laying all over. I don't even like looking at them. Body parts laying all over fields. What are they doing? It would have never started if I were president.
Is your relationship with President Zelensky better now than things were in the
But
Oval
look,
Office?
it was never bad. We had a little dispute because I disagreed with something he said, and the cameras were rolling, and that was okay with me.
Yeah, he said it wasn't bad, but it was some viral moments. I think I have about 40 clips from that I can actually start releasing now, because now that the Ukraine and Russia war is still popping, and Putin decided to say, hey, we're not going to listen to Trump in this peace deal that you want to cut for us. We're going to cut our own deal. We're going to do what we want to do. That's going to be interesting to see, but let's get back to it.
But we had a dispute. But look, he's in a tough situation.
Yeah,
Very tough
they all
situation.
are.
He's fighting a much bigger force, much bigger, and that force has not been very distinguished. You know, it's been a lot tougher than they thought. But it helped them when we gave them $350 billion worth of weapons or cash.
Is Zelensky ready to give up Crimea, do you think, Mr. President?
Oh, I think so, yeah. Look, Crimea was 12 years ago. That was President Obama. They gave it up without a shot being fired. So don't talk to me about Crimea. Talk to Obama and Biden about Crimea.
That's interesting, because even as the current president, former president, like there's a gap between Obama and Biden that has Trump's name at a bookend on both sides of Biden, right? And I don't see how it could be Obama's thing when even Zelensky said, hey, yeah, when he corrected JD, Vice President Vance, and I don't think Vice President Musk was there, but when he corrected him, he let him know, like, hey, yeah, this happened under Obama, and you didn't fix it when it was only 4 years in. Now it's a decade, 12, 15 years in. It's like, yeah, you know what? Go ask Obama about Crimea. They let it happen. He gave you curtains and sheets. I gave you javelins. I know y'all remember that quote. That's basically what he said. And it's like, all right, cool. If they want their country, their land back, he basically saying, listen, it's been 10 years. Y'all have adjusted as people, as a country, as a community. Let that hurt go. Take it up with Obama. And Obama ain't got no power, no rights to do nothing. Obama can't even get the people that's been deported out of America back to America. They have U.S. senators going down to El Salvador to do it, but guess what? They don't have American U.S. senators, Barack Obama or Joe Biden, strong enough to go get these people. So what do you think Barack going to do about Crimea, which is further than El Salvador for the immigrants? What do you think Obama can do? He can't do a damn thing. I'm sorry. That's real. Obama can't do shit because he's a former president. What do you expect the former president to do? Not a damn thing. And guess what? We've let it happen for all this time. Let's get back to Trump, man.
I'm just wondering what Zelensky thought.
And remember, this is Biden's war. This isn't Trump's war.
Oh,
I came in to try and solve a problem. And the problem is so many people are being killed. By the way, Saquon, what a great guy. You see the conditioning. His conditioning's pretty good. Better than you, better than me.
See, and I love that, right? But we'll end it there for this one. Saquon Barkley, I'll be real with you. Let me flip this over. Saquon Barkley has caught some heat because he went, again, golfing with the president. And in his comments, I believe he said that he's golfed with President Obama. He's golfed with President Trump. Now, golfing with Trump again, the national champion. He is a Super Bowl champ. They're going to the White House. They missed it the last time he was in, and hey, I can't be, listen, outside looking in, there's got to be a point where stop the bullshit. You stop sitting here calling everybody less than just because they have an open idea to say, you know what, I'm going to sit down with you. Because even though they're calling you racist, I've never seen you in a Klan outfit. I've never seen you call nobody nigga. And because I've never seen nobody say these things or do these things and they want me to hate you, I'm not going to hate you just because I may disagree with you philosophically. I may disagree with you politically, philosophically, and everything else. But if you're in a position to say, you know what, you're the principal of this school, you're the mayor of this city, you're the governor of this state, you're the president of the United States. You may be the state representative or state senator I really don't fuck with, but guess what? If I'm dealing with sickle cell anemia, if I'm dealing with sickle cell, if I'm dealing with HIV, AIDS, cataracts, motherfucker, like cancer, I got to go talk to you about getting something. You mean to tell me I got to put all your shit, all your political, all your ideology, like, you know what, this motherfucker could be racist, Central Park 5, and put all that to the side because of somebody else's opinion about politics? I can't go be human with you. I can't go say to you and everyone else, like, damn, you know what, I may wholeheartedly disagree with you, but shit, I respect you. Yeah, you do it. People may be like, no, we won't do that shit, man. We stand 10 toes down. Well, guess what? Shit, stand 10 toes down when your fucking house get broke into and you got to call the cops, but you don't fuck with the police. Don't tell the police shit about anything. Hey, somebody broke in your house. They stole your shit. They stole all your baby clothes. They burned your fucking house down. Don't call the firefighter. Don't call the policeman. Don't call nobody. Because you don't respect the position. Fuck it. The police killing everybody. Every time I see the police, they're killing somebody. They're strangling somebody. George Floyd. Derek Chauvin. That's what you see in every police officer. So fuck them. I don't respect fucking police. So somebody hit and run, don't call the motherfucker. Don't call them. The issue is, collectively, Saquon did nothing wrong. Saquon said, you know what? I'm around a whole busload of white lawyers and white GMs and white staffers who never put on a uniform and play football. But guess what? We're cool. We're having lunch. We're golfing. We're whatever. And it's the same situation with these Republicans. Like, you know what? It's the president. What do you want me to do? I'm going to sit here for sacrifice 2 or 3 hours. He's going to remember this shit forever for the rest of his life. And I'm going to be like, yeah, I sat down with Trump and called a good day, got a handshake, played some golf, and kept moving. Who can say that they play golf with the president every fucking day? Nobody. Byron Donalds, my dog Byron Donalds, maybe, but not everybody gets to say that. So I think a part of it is you got to let some of your individual hurt go. People have to cut deals and do what's best for them in their society. And what do you think it helps to benefit Saquon if he needs something in the next 2 or 3 years? And the president invited him somewhere and said, no, fuck him. It's after Easter, after Resurrection Sunday. Fuck him. We ain't going to see no damn Trump. Because somebody else in the fucking Instagram comments is going to hate it. Get out of here. Anyway, I appreciate y'all tapping in for the Trump press conference. The little soliloquy I went on at the end. Make sure you like and subscribe for more. It is your boy, the Hip Hop Lobbyist. Yes, I'm